Okay, so we'll go ahead and try to do the drinking vessel project with fusion. The basic skills we're going to need, quick reminder, basic sketching, dimensioning, extrusions, shells, and fillets. So our basic problem is we want to design a coffee mug. We want to design a coffee mug that holds about 16 ounces. The one here, it's a little smaller than what we're doing, but it should work. If you want to try this at home with a mug that you have, I'd recommend just getting a mug and a ruler. That's the first thing you'll figure out is going to be our size, the height, and then work out the volume. It's very easy to do on Fusion. Let's go ahead backward to Fusion. I'm going to create a sketch on the bottom plane. Right here. We're going to do a 4-inch circle. And that's all we got to do there. We can finish the sketch. We're going to go ahead and extrude that 4 inches. So we have a nice little cylinder. With our home view, let's see what we got so far. Now to see the volume, you want to go over to bodies on the browser panel here on the left-hand side. Select body 1, right-click. One of the options there should be properties. There we are. You'll see right now the volume here is 50.265 cubic inches. That doesn't do much to help you as far as knowing what the internal volume is in fluid ounces. That's why you want to go ahead back over to Chrome and open up a converter to go from fluid ounces to cubic inches. So we know we need a volume of 16. You see 16 is 28.875. I can make this a lot smaller. You want some room for milk though, keep that in mind. So you're looking for a cubic volume somewhere in the 30s. I would say 32 should give you what you want. Let's go back over to Fusion. Okay, so let's cancel. I'm going to Control Z a couple times. I'm going to make a 3.5-inch circle. Back to the sketch, sketch 1, edit sketch. Double click that dimension. Let's try 3.5. Better yet, 3. Okay, now we can finish the sketch. Again, we'll extrude it 4 inches. For volume now. We're at 28.274. That's almost pretty much exactly 16 inches, or 16 cubic inches, and 16 fluid ounces, sorry. That's really not what we're looking for. What if I make it a little taller? That might give me what I want. I'm going to press Control Z, go back, and this time I'm going to extrude it 4.25 inches. There's a fair amount of hunting and pecking on building this. 5. Let's try our volume. 30.041. There, we got it. Now, right now, this you couldn't make a mug out of it. This is just the internal volume of the mug, for lack of a better word. So what you want to do next, okay on that because we know we're good. We want to go ahead and shell it. So you need to click the shell command up here. Go to the very top surface. If you need to get rid of the face and then click on the top surface, shell outside 1/4 inch. .25. Got it. Okay, so now I have our basic structure there. Next thing we want to do is we want to put a handle on there. There are a few different ways you can do a handle. You can do it as an assembly. The way I found to do it actually that works pretty well is to make 2 planes. One just so you have a plane in position, and the other halfway through so you can actually draw where you want the handle. So we'll go to construct, and we're going to choose a tangent plane. A tangent plane is going to be on the surface of the cylinder. That plane we're not going to do anything with. What we want is to make a plane offset from the tangent plane, the halfway point. I think we got it right there. It's hard to, this again is a bit of hunting and pecking to find exactly where it's at. I would recommend you build right on the axis. That makes it a little easier. You'll see a line right down the middle where you can see precisely where it should be. But I think we got a good position at 1.8. At 1 point. Let's try negative 1.75 for mine. That looks perfectly halfway. Okay, so we're going to choose this plane. Actually, first off, we'll choose the plane, the tangent plane. We don't need that plane. So what we can do is click on hide, because that one doesn't really exist. We don't need it. This plane we need. Create sketch. Okay, I'm going to use the pan command to get up to a position that's going to work. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to draw lines to build a handle. I'm going to go 1/4 inch down from each corner, as close as I can. Actually, I'll go 1 inch down. You see I'm doing construction lines. 1 at an angle. Let me try that again. Okay. We'll go to our circle command. We'll turn off construction line. Actually, I want a regular line to connect these two. There. At the halfway point of that line, you want a circle. I'm going to trim away this side of it. I'm going to convert those lines into the construction lines into regular lines. I think it'll make things a little easier down the line. Up. Let me get off the trim command. Select that line. Let's make that a regular line. Same deal down at the bottom. We'll make that a regular line. Okay, now we can trim away the sections of the regular line we don't need. Okay, so we have this shape here. What we want to do next is we want to do an offset, maybe 1/4 inch on that shape. So we'll go to offset, select that line, 0.25. Got it. Okay. And then this sketch we should be able to finish. Probably already know what's going to happen next. We'll go ahead and extrude this. Let's 1/2 inch look. Let's go 1/2 inch. Yeah, that should work. That did not work. Okay. Extrude. Let's try the join there. That should make it so it works. Okay. Okay, now we got a handle. Last big thing we got to do are a fair amount of fillets, because right now it's very hard edged. You want to think about your end user. So we'll go ahead and choose our fillet command. First set of fillets to do, we'll put up top here. I'll make those at 1/8 of an inch. Yeah, that works. Hold on the inside, again, 0.125. Again, nice rounded edge on there. Same deal with the handle. We again want to do fillets to make it look nice. So let's do the other side. We do a 1/2 inch fillet. No, that's a bad idea. Try 1/4 inch dotted line. It's going to work better. 0.25. Hopefully you're seeing what this is going to do. It's going to give you a rounded handle. So I'll add one last fillet right here. Okay. Really, at this point, it's effectively done. What we can do next is start modifying its appearance and materials. So first thing we want to do, we'll go to I'll go and modify first. Yep. Then we'll go to physical material. I have to move my picture because I'm going to be in the way for this. There we are, physical materials. We want to choose a ceramic. So if you go down to ceramics, the easiest one is going to be porcelain glazed. Click and drag that right on there, and you now have a ceramic mug. You may look at it and say, I don't like that color though. This is easily fixed. What I gotta do next, so we're gonna go up to modify, we're gonna choose appearance. Here we can start modifying colors. Once Fusion decides to work on that. You can choose any color you want on there. I'm fine with anything you do for that one there. Once you add a color, and we're waiting on that window to come up. Once you add that color, you then want to go to insert, because one thing you can do is place what's called a decal on there. The decal effectively can be pretty much any image. Oh, there's my appearance one. Let's go with red. There's our mug. Last thing to try, and again, this is optional, you can go to insert and choose decal. If you choose decal, I recommend try to bring in a PNG image, one that doesn't have a background, because if you bring something as a white background in, that white background is going to be right there. If you're searching, try to save something as like squares around, so it's a transparent background. I'm not sure what I have on this computer at the moment because I'm not on the school network, but let's see. Sorry, it's taking a little while, but it's not a bad one on here. A random Beatles one on there. Yeah, let's go for that one. What we got out of here? There we go. MVTV logo. What shall I put on there? PNGs. There's a Figment one. I'll go ahead and drop that one on there. Make this into a Christmas mug. Click on the surface you want the decal to be on. Then you have some options for placing it and size as well. I'm going to turn it that way. I'm going to move it downward. You'll see over on the side here is where you have scale. This is way too small. I'm going to up it to a factor of 3. Up too big. Let's try 2.5. Now it got kind of messy, but that's how you put a decal on there. If those settings, you have your good end result. Now to close is this one, you want to go ahead and go to, you save it up top here. You're going to want to send it to me. It can be sent by email, that's fine. If you go to File, remember up top here, once you've saved it, you can go to Share and then share it with me as well via public link. Get the link, send me the link, I can create it that way. Then I kind of turn you loose. Last one is going to be making another one. This time you want to do a volume of 24 ounces. This is again going to be the same. Share it with me once you're done. And that's our project.